Come here, me little Jackie, no I've smoked me backy, have a bit of cracky till the boat comes in. Dance to the daddy, sing to the mummy, dance to the daddy, to the mummy, sing. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a fishy when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a fishy when the boat comes in.
Was anything wrong, Mr. Buell?
Wrong? Of course not. I've just had Coventry on the phone. They want another 10,000 components by the end of the month.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Charlie? More work's supposed to be good news.
I doubt we could do it, Mr. Buell, not without putting the men on overtime.
Then put them on overtime.
Can we afford it?
Coventry can.
It's fortunate you could stay for lunch.
Fortunate for me, anyway. Where'd you get your chef? Claridge's?
It's the boy. Won't stay here, of course, can't stand the climate. We might as well enjoy him while we've got him. Cigar all right?
Perfect. So is the cognac. Now let's have the bill.
I beg your pardon?
I must have got through £1 worth of food and drink, maybe even 30 bob. You don't give that kind of money away for nothing. So what do you want, Sir Horatio?
You know I like doing business with you. Nowadays I spend most of my life dealing with gentlemen, sensitive chaps. I have to be so damn careful not to hurt their feelings, forget what I'm after half the time.
Oh, aye.
Last year we agreed you owed me a favour.
That's right.
I want you to pay it back. Well?
Let's hear what you want.
There's a firm called Buell Hodge Limited.
Mid-Tyne Trading Estate, make car components. Nice little firm.
Nice.
They pay 10% over the minimum, that's nice.
I don't.
You're not nice.
Any more than you are. Want you to slow them down.
You want me to what?
You heard. A week will do it.
Why?
My business forward.
All right, then how?
Any way you like.
Blank check, like.
Blank check.
How much do you want them slowed?
Just enough so they can't fill their contracts.
I see.
Well, no doubt you do.
If I slow them, we're all square. You're off me back.
You won't owe me a damn thing.
I better slow them then.
I've got to be off, Dar.
In a minute.
How's it coming?
Oh, there's no yet. But it'll take time, man. It's bound to take time. You think of that load of stone that fell on us? But I won't let it beat us. You'll see.
Oh, you've never given in yet, Dar.
You seen out about Billy?
No.
Still with that Dr. Stoker, I suppose. Handing out charity.
Looks that way, aye.
Hey, lad.
I reckon you've done enough for one day.
Aye, how we put us back.
Come on now. Easy. Ow,
You won't tell your mother what I'm doing?
I promised. No, didn't I?
Aye, good lad. Oh, it's never gonna work. I can feel it.
Aye, well, never's a long time, Dar.
Aye, your brother said that. He should know. 3 years since it happened, there's still no feeling. I could stick pins in him.
How'd we get on? Honest. Oh, I thought we might have some demarcation trouble with the plumbers. Have we? No, he just likes to be careful. What have we got on Buell Hodge, Matt?
Buell Hodge. Makes car components. Can he pay it all?
Close shop, is it?
Why, of course. If they want our lads, it's got to be.
How many of our lads have they got?
Oh, not a lot. They've only been going 2 years. 17. Andy Crampett, shop steward.
What'll they do?
Lathes and milling machines.
Lathes and milling machines? Since when did they take a fitter to work one of them?
Well, there'll be tricky ones likely. Fine work. Need a lot of maintaining. What are you after, Jack? We've never had any trouble with Buell Hodge.
Oh, forewarned is forearmed, Matt. I don't like it when the bosses get too nice, Bonnie lad. It means they're up to something.
Profit. That's what they're after. Orders pouring in.
Who told you?
Andy Cranford. We're having a drink at the Blue Bell. He gets in there most nights on his way home, just the one.
Family man, is he?
No, he's in lodgings. Does a lot of work for the Labour Party.
Oh, hell, another Les Mallow.
Would be his brother.
Bit of bad news for you, Matt.
All right.
You'll be working late tonight. I'll need to have the number 5 branch report in the morning.
Well, can't it wait till Thursday? I've got to get my billets lined up.
Sorry, Bonnie lad, I'll be out Thursday. I'll need to check it tomorrow.
It won't take you all that long, will it? 7 o'clock at the earliest.
Well, the billiard hall's still open.
Aye, and so will our Dolly's mouth be if I'm late.
You've cleaned your boots, I hope. I've scrubbed this kitchen.
Still in the yard?
But did you clean them?
Aye, and me spade and all. How's Tommy been?
Oh, he's fine. He's worn out. I put him to bed.
Champion.
You have a good day?
Aye, not bad. 7 and 6. There you are.
Oh, I'm sorry I was a bit rough with you just now.
Why, it's all right, ma'am.
I'm not worried. Oh, Jessie must be near her time by now.
Aye. Why don't you slip over and see her?
Oh, I'd like to, but...
But what, ma'am?
Oh, it's your father. He's not too keen on Jessie just now. He gets so crotchety.
Well, you could both do your day out.
Oh, aye. Chance would be a fine thing. Get your dinner and how do we have the pub for a pint? I bet you're gasping.
No, Oliver. Evening. Andy Cranford, isn't it?
Hello, Mr. Ford. Surprised to recognise me?
Oh, I like to keep an eye on the lads that's doing their job. You're shop steward at Buell's, aren't you?
Aye, that's right.
Any trouble?
No. Good as gold is Buell's.
Oh, aye.
10% over the minimum. Time and a quarter after 5:30 and plenty overtime. Mr. Buell's all right.
Mr. Buell?
All right, he's a boss. But he's a fair one.
17 of you there.
Aye, that's right.
Lathes and milling machines. Bit of a come down for a fitter.
Oh, not these. They're Klugmans.
Klugmans?
Yankee jobs from Detroit. Not easy to handle, but enough to turn the stuff out. We maintain them as we go. A bit like the old Rawlinsons.
I remember them. I used to work one myself. Till they found out they were dangerous.
Aye, well, the Klugman's safe enough. Nice to talk to you, Mr. Ford. I better be going. Promise to knock on doors for Sammy Potter.
Ah, good man, Sammy. Real good counsellor.
Aye, he is. Well, I'll be off then.
Fancy your chances yourself, do you? Councillor Cranford.
Aye, I do.
And let me give you a bit of advice, Bonnie lad. Stay close to your union. Those are the ones that'll help you when voting day comes.
Well, I've always been a good union man, Mr. Ford.
Aye, I wouldn't doubt it. All the same. 2 years you've been shop steward at Buell's and never a word.
Hey, but there's been no trouble.
Aye, and more credit to you. But it's my job to stop the trouble before it starts. Now, you keep in touch.
Oh, I will, Mr. Ford. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Aye, off you go. Mustn't keep the Labour Party waiting.
Aye.
Now I'll have a whiskey. And a pint.
How are you, Jack?
Cammy, how's yourself?
All right.
You don't look it. Job getting you down?
Oh, no, man, the job's fine. I wish I'd thought of gardening years ago.
What then?
It's miserable. Mum's not much better either.
Time to have a bit of a break.
Aye, try telling them.
Well, what's up then?
It's Billy. Me brilliant brother. He's taken over that mad clerk stoker.
Aye, so I heard. The Good Samaritan.
Out of his mind. Give all and take out. The patient's given him a rabbit or a big fish. He's supposed to be grateful.
It's up to him, Tom.
Is it? Why, what about the money he was daring me? What about his self-respect? A man should pay his way.
Did you ever see him?
Not much, no.
Well, if you do, tell him that job with me is still open.
I never knew you were that soft.
I'm not. I can't find anybody else as good. Well, there's something else you can do for us and all.
Aye?
Have a look at me garden. It's a mess. Mind you, I'll pay you for it.
That you won't.
Oh, but I will. Go and rate.
All right, thanks. I thought Matt Headley was doing your garden.
Aye, so did he.
Oh, Jack, be fair. He means well.
Oh, aye, he means well. Matt always means well.
And it's agreed then, 2 hours extra, Tuesdays and Thursdays, time and a quarter.
Sounds champion.
Right then, that's settled.
If you don't mind, Mr. Beasley, I think I'd better clear it with the area secretary first.
Hell, man, it's straightforward enough.
All the same, if you don't mind.
You want time off to go and see him, is that it?
Up to you, Mr. Beasley.
Sorry, Annie, I shouldn't have said that. We're that busy, you see. Tell you what, how are you into Mr. Buell's office? See if we can use his phone.
Number 5, branch report.
Eh?
I was here 20 to 8.
Oh, good lad.
There's a Mr. Cranford on the phone from Buell Hodge.
All right, I'll take it. Andy lad, how are you? Overtime? All right. Time and a quarter. Well, sounds all right. Uh-huh. All the same, I think we'd better be on the safe side. I'll tell you what, why don't I come over? Right. See you, Andy.
Very pally with Andy Cranford all of a sudden.
He's young and keen, Matt. You could do with a bit of encouragement.
What about the number 5 branch report?
First thing when I get back, Matt, honest.
I'll be in the office then.
Miss Laidlaw.
Shut the door.
Now, I want to send a wireless message, Miss Laidlaw.
Yes, Mr. Ford.
To the United States of America.
The United States?
Now, keep your voice down. Miss Laidlaw, you like Mr. Headley, don't you?
Oh, yes, Mr. Ford.
Well, I'm working on a little surprise for him to do with his work.
A pleasant surprise, I hope.
When he finds out, he'll be bowled over. Only, I can't explain it to you, but you'll keep it a secret, won't you?
Oh, yes, Mr. Ford.
Good lass. Now, it's to Harold C. Limbacher.
Oh.
Limbacher, American Federation of Labour.
But how'll I send it?
We'll try the telephone. And if they won't have it, take it to the post office. Now, where was I?
Harold C. Limbacher, American Federation of Labour. Mr. Headley isn't leaving us, is he?
Believe me, Miss Laidlaw, as long as I'm here, Mr. Headley's here with me. Now, look, there's the address in the book. There, see? Now, here's the message. Dear friend and brother, fraternal greetings from the Amalgamated Fitters Union, Galashield,
It's going to cost a lot of money.
We're not discussing money, Miss Laidlaw. This is the solidarity of the working class.
There we go. All right, there you are. Oh, morning, missus.
Oh, it's Mr. Seaton, isn't it?
Hi, that's right. I was talking to Jack in the Blue Bell last night. He asked me to give your garden bit tidy up.
Oh, well, I could do with it right enough.
You don't mind I've brought the bairn with us. Your mum's a bit busy right now. Fresh air's good for him. Be no trouble, honest.
Of course he won't. I love Bairns, Mr. Seaton. Mind, he is a bunny lad. Do you think I could take him out, Mr. Seaton?
Morning, Andy.
Anything I can do for you?
Well, my name's Ford. Jack Ford, Fitters Union.
All right.
Nice to know I'm welcome. Mind if I look round?
Help yourself.
Lavatories?
Right at the front.
Where do they heat that tea?
Over there.
First aid equipment?
My office.
Let's have a look then.
There you are. I've got the key.
Frightened will drink the surgical spirit. You do have surgical spirit. How many labourers do my members have? Don't be daft, man. I can always ask Andy Cranford.
3.
I see.
There's 2 away sick.
Sick?
Aye. There's been no accidents here.
I'm glad to hear it, Mr.
Beasley.
Glad to have met you, Mr. Beasley. You've been a great help. Knocking off time.
Aye. Mr. Buell would like a word with you.
I better talk to Andy first. If you don't mind, Mr. Beasley. You should never sit on your own if you want to go in for politics, Andy. You should be over there preaching the gospel.
Oh, Mr. Ford, fancy a sandwich?
No, thanks. I wouldn't say no to a can of tea, though.
Fetch us another mug, Will. Had a good look round?
Aye. Andy, funny lad. Just what the hell do you think you're playing at?
I don't get you, Mr. Ford.
That lavatory. One tap to wash your hands. One broken down old stove for making tea. And a first aid box the size of a jam jar. And it's kept locked.
It'll all be put right. Mr. Buell told me himself.
In the sweet by and by, Andy. The union's business isn't promises, bunny lad. It's deeds. Agreements honoured.
Mr. Buell knows it's not right, but he did up the basic.
And so he bloody should. You couldn't keep a canary in seed on our basic. Skilled work, Andy.
It is that.
And only 5 labourers for 17 of you. And 2 of them off sick. The rules say 1 labourer for every 2 skilled men. Do you want the labourers' union on me back and all? Andy, what the hell are you playing at? I was talking to Sammy Potter about you last night. I need a counsellor in the pre-skate board. If the union was behind you, it could be you, isn't it? But first, you've got to get behind the union.
Just tell us what I have to do, Mr. Ford.
Tommy all right?
He's sound asleep. He's good as gold, isn't he?
Oh, most times, aye. Little devil when he's roused, though.
Oh, well, I like a Ben with a bit of spirit.
Aye.
Would you like a cup of tea, Mr. Seaton?
All right, Tom. Well, I don't usually get fed like this when I'm working.
Oh, a working man needs his food. And Jack wouldn't like you to go hungry.
No, never would put up with that. Even when times is bad.
Oh, you're thinking of that sheep stealing?
Aye. I was in it and all, you know.
And our Matt. Robin Hood and his merry men.
Why, we live like fighting cocks.
He did that. Aye. We'll take a good one to get the better of Jack.
So I'm putting it to you straight, brothers. You're in breach of 4 separate agreements. And so is Buell Hodge.
What about the money?
It's canny, all right. But you're getting it by breaking union agreements. And that's no better than scabbing. And while we're on about money, what about the 4 extra labourers that should be working here? There's labourers crying out for jobs. Their union and ours had an agreement. We gave our sacred word, brothers. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going in to have a word with Buell himself. See if we can sort something out. In the meantime, I'll hand you over to Brother Cranford here.
Brothers, as your shop steward, I've been well aware of the conditions here. I've spoken to Beasley and to Bull himself. And what did they give me? Promises. Well, I was patient, brothers. No man can deny that. But promises don't make lavatories or first aid rooms. Not to mention labourers' jobs. And so today, on your behalf, I've decided the time for waiting was finished. And that's why I've called in Mr. Ford.
Where's that?
The man.
Anybody in?
Aye. What is it?
I've got a message for you.
All right. Are we in?
What fettle, Bill?
Oh, fancy Noel, isn't it?
Aye, that's right.
Been in the wars, have you?
Oh, I broke my arm in number 4 seam.
Uncle Ben, are you?
I'm a hell. Oh, sorry, missus. No, the tribunal said it was my own fault.
Sorry to hear that, Fancy.
Aye. Well, it could have been worse. I've been to see your son, Dr. Seaton. You've got a good lad there, mind.
Oh, aye.
All the attention in the world, and he never asked for a halfpenny. A real caring lad. Oh, he asked us to give you this.
That's very kind of you.
Well, it's the least I could do, missus. I was sorry to hear about your accident.
Much obliged to you, Fancy. Shut the door on the way out.
I meant it.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Only give the door a good clash with you. Sometimes the catch sticks.
You might at least be civil.
Sorry to hear. What's he got? Cloth ears? 3 years have been like this? All he's after is more free treatment from old Billy.
Well, what's it say?
I don't know and I don't care. Well?
Thought you weren't interested.
If he's high pound notes, I want to know the reason why.
All right. It says, Dear Mum and Dad, I thought I'd better let you know I'm alive and well, just in case you're still interested. The clinic's doing well. Enough doctors, enough helpers, more than enough patients. All we need is money, but at least I'm putting into practice the socialist principles I was taught by my father. You know where to reach me if you want me, your loving son, and I mean that, Billy. P.S. I'm enclosing a week's wages. That means it's only £999 I owe you and Tom. If I can keep it up, in 20 years we'll be all square. Sweet suffering Jesus.
It's Mr. Ford from the Union.
Ah. Yes, Mr. Ford. You, don't like my factory?
Who told you that?
My foreman, and you told him.
I like your wages, Mr. Buell, but I can't have your conditions.
Suppose I raise the wages. 12.5% on the basic.
Sorry.
Well, what do you want, then?
Adequate lavatories, adequate catering facilities, proper first aid room, 4 more labourers.
I don't need 4 more labourers. I haven't even got off work for 5.
Negotiated agreement, Mr. Buell. I can't break that, any more than my members can.
All right, I'll get 4 more labourers.
And the other things?
Oh, damn it, man, I can't build a first aid room overnight.
I've seen that tin box you call a first aid kit. And I've seen the lathes you're using. They're more than a right to us, Mr. Buell. They're a necessity.
You've known what my place is like for 2 years.
Then you've had 2 years to put it right. I'm closing you down.
You can't. You'll be putting 17 men out of work, and they'll never stand for it.
Won't they? Take a look out there.
All right, brothers. Are we to be guided by Mr. Ford, or are we not? Show of hands, lads.
Aye. You see, Mr. Buell, it's the poor that helps the poor.
You think I'm rich, don't you? Every penny I've got sunk into this business. I owe the bank, I owe my friends, I even owe my parents. And I treated your men fairly. More than fairly. In a good week, some of them took home more than I did. They'll grow with the firm, Mr. Ford. If you'll just let the firm grow.
Just honour your agreements, Mr. Buell, and you can be bigger than Henry Ford.
A week, then. Just give me a week, and I'll have the builders in round the clock.
You do that, Mr. Buell. In a week's time, you can have my men back.
Damn it, man, I've got commitments.
Ah, you have. Honour them, and we can all go back to work.
Suppose I hired non-union labour.
Scabs? The only men within a 50-mile radius who can work those machines of yours are my members. And you know it. In the army, were you?
Yes, I was. I joined in 1915. I served right to the end.
The end? Mr. Buell, whatever made you think the war is over?
Hi, you've got it looking lovely.
Oh, I'll give it time, missus, eh? Well, I reckon that'll do for the day. I'll be back later on, put some bedding plants in, eh?
Oh, that'll be champion.
You've got your week. I've shut him down.
A bit drastic, surely. Oh, not that I'm not grateful.
Then we're all square, then.
All square.
Thanks. I would have shut him down anyway.
Indeed.
He's in breach of 4 different agreements.
And why did you take so long?
Because I couldn't be bothered finding out. After Buell's contracts, are you?
I run a shipyard.
And a light engineering works out at Wimborne. Come on, Sir Horatio. He's got a nice fat deal with Coventry and you're after it, am I right?
Yes.
You sure a week will be long enough?
Quite sure.
And you'll get the contract, and Buell will go bust. Then you'll buy him out and maybe put him in as manager.
Why should I do that?
Because you've got a new production technique that's costing you business.
What makes you think so?
I know so. I've been there. I've seen the factory. I've talked to his men. That man's on a winner if ever I saw one.
And I'll be on it.
He's offering my members 12.5% on the basic.
Is he indeed? I'm not.
All square, you said?
All square.
Well, just you bear that in mind.
I've cleaned them. Look at that. See you facing them. Why, what's this, a week?
Aye, nigh enough. Your brother's just left us.
Oh, there.
And he's not coming back neither. Sent you that.
What, you mean? Did Billy send 6 and 8pence?
Send a quid, that's your share. Show him the letter, Mother.
There's no need.
Look, Tom's a credit the same as you and me. Matter of £300 or more. Might as well know his chance of getting it.
Hey, for the bloody nerve. Why, I'm sorry, lad.
Give you that one. Bit of a shock to you, was it?
Well, it's an insult, that's what it is.
A joke, that's all. Billy was just trying to make a joke.
And he wasn't succeeding, was he?
Like he means the pound's just a start. You know, when things get better, he'll send more.
Things will never get better at Stokers. They get a bit of money, they get a few more free patients and all.
Well, that pound Billy sent, then he might need that pound.
You mean Tom and me don't?
How much money have you got, Bill? Go on, tell us. In that grand bank of yours I push you to, how much you got?
That's my business.
More than a pound, I'll bet. Billy sent all he had.
Well, I gave him all I had 6 years ago.
Right, let's change the subject, shall we? Billy's not worth bothering about. What about some tea, Mum? I'm starved.
Vicar was right.
What vicar?
The one that helps Dr. Stoker. Jesus had nothing, he said.
Never you mind about Jesus.
Sell all thou hast and give to the poor. It's not your way, Bill, and I don't think it's my way either, but it just might be Billy's way.
You mean to say you went there?
I was trying to help. I tried to argue with the vicar, but I was wrong.
After all I told you?
I was trying to help my son. I was wrong, but I was trying to help.
You won't try to help him again.
Well, won't I?
No, my lady, you won't. Now, man, I'm telling you.
Ah, you're telling us, Bill.
If I had the use of my legs.
What, Bill? Belt us?
Aye, I would. You need a good hiding to bring you your senses.
Shut up, Da.
No, I will not.
Shut up.
I read your number 5 branch report. Very good, Matt. Nice and tidy.
Thanks.
It'll be poetry next. There was a young man from Hong Kong.
Jack.
I thought you always liked that one. All right, let's have it. What's bothering you?
Bules.
What about Bules?
You shut it down. 10% on the basic. 4 hours, time and a quarter every week. And you shut it down.
They were in breach, Matt.
Well, they're not in breach now. They're out of work. Couldn't you have found some other way? Compromise?
I had no choice, Matt.
Well, it's the first time it's happened to you, then.
Has to be a first time for everything. You think I like it?
I don't know. I only work for you. There's another thing.
What?
Miss Laidlaw.
What about Miss Laidlaw?
Every time I go near, she keeps hiding a piece of paper. She keeps looking at us funny and all.
Maybe she fancies you.
Miss Laidlaw?
Well, set up fella, professional man. Why shouldn't she fancy?
It's not like that at all. Have you put her up to something?
Me, a respectable married man.
Oh, give over, Jack.
Aye, all right. Tom Seaton come over.
Ah, he brought his pen with him. Jackie's a lovely little fella.
That's another thing. I thought I was doing the garden.
So you are. Tom's just giving you a hand, that's all.
When we moved in here, it was agreed. I was doing the garden. What's Tom Seaton doing here?
Your job, Matt. The job you're not up to.
Well, thanks very much.
What in the world's got into him, Matt?
Needs a woman, likely.
There's no need to talk dirty.
There's no dirty about needing a woman. You should know.
You mean he should get married?
That's what we're here for, pet.
Are you here, are you? Scabbing again, they tell me.
Get her off, Matt. You're drunk.
What difference does that make? Scab's a scab.
Look.
Pitch last time, wasn't it? Yeah, blacklead when your door was on strike.
Wife was ill, man. I had to get money.
Aye. Now you're at it again.
For God's sake, man, I'm a jobbing gardener. What are you scab doing that?
You took my job, that's how.
Jack asked me.
Aye, well, he asked me first. Keep us up. Won't belong anywhere.
You mean Jack's paying you?
Of course he's not paying me. I belong there, man. Can't you see I belong? You stay where you belong, that's fine.
Aye, Matt. It would be.
He says I'm not good enough. Well, maybe I'm not. But who's agreed? We don't need you.
Well, that suits me. There's plenty gardening jobs.
I didn't mean to be nasty.
Well, you were, though.
Things on me mind.
We all have.
You know?
Aye, me and all.
What in the world's that?
The colliery band.
Here?
Aye, they're practicing. It's the big meeting Saturday.
Meeting?
Just doing a miner's gala, man.
Plenty beer that day.
Aye, all you can sup. Me and me da used to...
What about your da?
Never mind.
Don't take on, Tom. Don't you go and start taking on. All I'm trying to tell you is, you don't belong. And I do.
Mr. Headley not in yet, Mr. Ford?
No, he wasn't feeling too well this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Nothing serious.
This came, Mr. Ford.
Oh, grand.
And I didn't say a word to Mr. Headley.
I knew I could rely on you, Miss Laidlaw.
Oh, indeed you can, Mr. Ford. Is it good news? For Mr. Headley, I mean.
The best. Look up the shop stewards list, will you? I want the shop steward for Manners Light Engineering. That's on the Wimborne Trading Estate.
Yes, Mr. Ford.
You look like Passchendaele.
I feel like it. Did you put me to bed last night?
I did.
I'm just not up to it, Jack. I'm resigning.
His name's Fred Elstad, Mr. Ford. Hey, Mr. Headley. You shouldn't come to work looking like that. Still, there's better times coming, aren't there, Mr. Ford?
You see what I mean?
She's crackers.
Never mind her. Just tell us why you're not up to it.
You do things and you don't tell me what they are. I'll get scared, you know?
I don't do things, Matt. They happen. And I take care of them.
All the same.
Oh, you do?
Me?
Ah, you. Take Buell's, for instance. You saved men's lives at Buell's, maybe somewhere else and all.
I did.
Read that. Well, I didn't send a telegram. It's got your name on it.
Well, you sent it. You signed my name. Why'd you?
Because you care, Bonnie lad. And those fellas at head office think caring's not enough. They even had your job up for review, but this'll prove that you're needed. I need you. The union needs you.
But this is your work. I can't...
Well, you're going to have to, Matt. Like I say, you're needed.
Why, that do you good,
That's out of the question, man.
Durham big meeting. Pubs open all day. Brass bands, Ramsay MacDonald speaking.
And how would I get there?
Why, there's a train.
And how the hell would I get on a train?
The God's fun. Hey, we could take a bottle for company.
Now, don't tease your father, Tom. He just can't do it.
Oh, can't I? We'll see about that. I'm going. And you can get that grin off your face, my lady. None of you think you go crawling around your precious Billy just because I'm taking a day off.
And what the hell do you think you're doing? Saving your lives.
Come, Mr. Ford, I hardly think your members would kill us.
Not my members. These. Throwing more dirt, are you? I said it to you, Mr. Buell. I'll say it to his face. You're out to get it. Now go on, then, deny it.
How long have you had this lot, Buell?
2 years, I told you.
To the day?
Well, 2 years and a month, maybe 5 weeks.
You're a very lucky fella. And so are my members. Read that.
He's bluffing, Mr. Buell.
Oh, I am, man. Look, clever clogs. That machine's the spitting image of the old Rawlinson I used to work before the war. It's got the same fault and all. Too much strain on the safety grill. Run that for 2 years and it just falls apart. Flies around like shrapnel. You could have had a massacre here. You need new grills.
Then why didn't Klugman's tell us?
Because they were bought second-hand. Right, Mr. Buell?
Bankrupt stock. As new, they said.
My God, you're lucky.
Yes, I am. Who is this, Matthew Headley?
That's my colleague. He also happens to be the man who saved your business.
Well, tell him I'm obliged to. I mean that.
I'll tell him. Oh, by the way, I'm shutting down all Klugman machines in my area till they get new grills.
Ah, I see. Perhaps I'm obliged to as well.
Perhaps you are. But don't forget the 4 agreements.
I still say he's bluffing.
Well, we can always find out.
How?
Run the lathe. But what?
Wait. We supposing he's not?
I think we'd better watch from the office, Charlie.
Cigar.
Thanks.
What can I do for you?
Well, it's more what I'm going to do for you, really.
Oh, you've done more than enough already. As I say, you don't owe me a thing.
I'm closing you down.
What?
And not your shipyard, just the factory on the trading estate.
Damn it, man, I'm expecting orders.
From Coventry, I doubt it, not when they hear this news.
All right, I'll put something on the basic. Not 10%, that's commercial suicide, but I might manage 5 or even 7.5.
You could offer 100%. I'd still close you down.
Let me give you a word of advice, Ford. Spite and business don't mix.
You mean I should be a good loser like you? You're the worst loser I've ever met, apart from myself.
Ah. You want something, is that it?
What we down?
Money.
Used £1 notes.
If you like. Or why not an account on a Swiss bank?
For Buell Hodge.
There'll be others.
Maybe, but not this time, Manners.
Oh, there'll be no risk.
That's where you're wrong. You're using Klugman machines out at Wimborne, aren't you?
I believe so.
You know so. You know every damn thing you own.
Very well, I own 23 Klugmans.
Bought second-hand, bankrupt stock as new.
You're remarkably well informed.
I have to be. Those machines aren't safe.
Whose word have I for that, apart from yours?
Klugman's.
Go on.
After a while, say 20 months or 2 years, the safety grill goes off like a bomb.
Klugman's told you this?
The American Federation of Labour sent me their report. Fraternal help, as you might say.
You wrote to them?
Not the letter. A wireless message. You're going to have to get new grills fixed.
It'll take a week at least.
That's what Buell Hodge said and all.
You boxed me rather neatly, haven't you?
Not me.
Oh, come forward.
Matt Headley.
Your assistant?
That's right.
That must have been something of an embarrassment for you.
I'll survive.
You usually do. Even so, I can see I shall have to keep an eye on Headley.
I'm doing that already. Thanks for the cigar.
Three hours.
3 hours. Ah, the bugger's bluffing.
Now wait. It won't hurt to wait a little longer.
Go on, you straight along here.
All right, Bet.
You can't have gone down there. Suicide, man. No.
I do all
Nobody saw the way, man. Get up. Hey, man.
No, we're all right.
Well, look at them bloody steps, man.
I can't see that.
How are we going to get up there? Oh, man.
Come on, lad. How are you?
What the hell?
Why, shut!
So he said he'd keep his eye on me.
He did.
Better watch myself then.
You better had.
Won't do you any harm at head office, though. Manners haven't it in for you. It's not head office I'm worried about. We came through this storm, Matt. We'll survive this.
Well, if it isn't Jack Ford. Canny Jack. Bunny Jack.
Hello, Mrs. Seaton. You're out celebrating, are you?
Celebrating, no, aye. Me sons are not speaking to each other. Me husband's not speaking to me. Me daughter's ill and her bairn's due any minute. Of course I'm celebrating. I'll have gin and the same for these fellas.
Hey, come on now. I think you better come and sit down.
No, it's
There you
my
are.
treat, I
No. When I'm out with a lady, it's a pleasure to pay.
I love you, Jack. Oh, I love you. God help us.
Your Bill minding the shop, is he?
Oh, he's got the big meeting. Tom took him.
Then who?
Ah, the shop can mind itself, funny lad. I've had enough.
Slip out and get a taxi, man.
Aye.
Getting plenty of practice, aren't you? First me, then her. At least I'll be able to give you a hand this time. No, Matt, you'll only embarrass her. Anyhow, it's up to me. Didn't you hear her say she loves me?
I've got one lover and I don't want to. What will happen? There is no known. If he comes round, so you better be gone.
I wouldn't leave my little wooden hut for you.
Oh, so it's welcome to me boudoir, is it, Jack?
Aye, looks that way.
All my life, only one man. Just the one. Me canny pit man that loved us and needed us. And you come along. And our women wanted you. And our men envied you. And you give us no Jack. Not a thing.
I loved you all, Mrs. Seaton. I still do.
Love. Mothers love when their sons will let 'em. Wives love and all. How can you love when you're married to a shop? Jack, kiss a kiss, bonny lad.
What the devil?
Mrs. Seaton was taken bad in the street. I brought her home.
I don't believe you.
It'd be better if you did. All right? She's as drunk as a lord, or a lady.
Dear God.
Aye, things got a bit much for her. Bill's not speaking to her, and her sons aren't speaking to each other, and she's got your wife to worry about and all, and I can't say I blame her.
Nor do I, Ford.
Yeah.
I came to tell her my wife's in the nursing home and labour started.
We better get better sobered up then.
I haven't had all that much experience.
I have.
Thank you.
Was the shop closed?
I don't...
When you came in, did you try the shop?
Oh, sorry. Yes, it's locked.
Well, that's one thing Bill won't be able to blame her for. Do you know where the kettle is?
I'm afraid I...
Well, I do. We'll start off by making ourselves a cup of tea.
Dance to the daddy, sing to the mommy, dance to the daddy, to the mommy sing. Thou shalt have the fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have the fishy when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have the fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a haddock when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have the fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have the bloater when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have the fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have the mackerel when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have the fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have the salmon when the boat comes in.